Hey my dear students, hello, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So my dear third standard students, this is Rohan sir from Mahdi English Medium School and I welcome you all in today's science class. So my dear students, before we start today's class, I want you to ask that you might be very much eager to watch the lectures as we have been doing the interesting extra knowledge videos, animated photos, lectures since 3 to 4 days. And I know that, see, we have finished with the 4 chapters. We have finished with the subjective objective of the chapters. Even we have finished with its revision as well. And at the end, since 3 days, we are providing you the videos with extra knowledge, with pictures, with visuals and everything, the detailed information which otherwise is not there in your textbook. And I know that you might be enjoying those lectures, you might be watching those lectures again and again to get the extra knowledge. Anyways, students, in today's lecture I have brought something old including something new. Yes, doesn't it sounds like a riddle? It's a kind of riddle. Just try to solve it. What am I trying to say? I have brought something old, including or adding something new. What it could be? So let's just see what is the objective of today's lecture. Actually, what are we going to do? Let us see in today's lecture. So what are we going to do in today's lecture, students? This is what you ask every time when sir or teacher, any ma'am enters to your class. Ma'am or sir, what are we going to do today? Which book to take out? And etc. etc. These are your normal questions, I know that. So I have brought the answer with me. So worksheet solving, which includes, now first of all, by this line you can easily understand that what are we going to do? Worksheet solving. Now you will say, oh sir, worksheet, now again we have to write and this and that. Let me tell you, you don't have to write anything. You just need to shout the answers at your home. Yes, I repeat, you need to shout the answers loudly at your home if you know the answer. I'll give you 2 to 3 seconds to shout at your home. Like, you shout at schools, teachers handle you. Now, there are your parents to handle you there, but if you are shouting for something knowledgeable, I am sure that they are not going to scold you. Anyways, you don't have to carry any book, you don't have to carry any pencil, you just have to carry your brain to insert and to, give the output for the answers. So, worksheet solving in which is included, the topics are eating habits of animals, which is again lesson number 1. Like I said, I have brought something old including something new. So these worksheets, though you might be knowing the answers if you have understood the keywords perfectly. Keywords I mean to say is herbivores, carnivores, omnivores and etc. etc. Lots of keywords were there in chapter number 1. So if you have understood that chapter properly, while I was explaining you the question answers, if you have understood the question and answers, objectives properly, you might be able to solve 100% of this worksheet. That means all the questions in all the formats. Because knowledge is same, just the questions are different, might be the format is different, that's it. But I know that you are anyhow going to enjoy because you are going to shout like this. So this is a kind of KBC for you. Correct, you are playing KBC, you have to just shout the answers. That's it. So, yes, if you want to note down your points, you can note it down. See, you can take one page and you can note down your scores, that how many answers you have given correctly, how many answers are incorrect which you are just shouting at your place. Because I am not there to notice your answers, correct, but you are your own observer today. You are going to observe your own self today. So, eating habits of animals and classifications of animals and etc. So, lots of knowledge again you are going to recollect and gather if it is new. So, students, let's get started. So, first of all, The question is underline the correct answer. So you just need to underline the correct answer. Two options will be given to you in each question and you need to underline that answer. So this is what you just again need to shout the answers. You cannot underline on your screen. Don't do that, please. You don't try to underline on the TV screen or mobile screen, otherwise you will get the thrashing from your parents. Jokes apart. So now let's see what do we have to do, and let's start. I know you are very much excited which kinds of questions are going to come. This is very first question on your screen. An elephant or fly uses its trunk to suck liquid. Now, have you ever seen fly? Yes, you might have seen the fly, house flies, correct? Do they have trunk? Have you ever seen trunk on imagine how it looks, a fly with a trunk. Obviously it's going to look funny, very funny, isn't it so? So here you need to choose the answer with your knowledge. An elephant or fly uses its trunk to suck the liquid. Now both of them suck the liquids, but how? Clearly it is written trunk. Do flies use trunk? Do they have trunk? No, they don't. So what will be the correct option? Elephant, exactly. So here the correct answer is elephant. So I have underlined it, not here but in a different way. So obviously an elephant uses its trunk to suck liquid. Now repeat after me, my dear students. See, you don't have to write anywhere, you just need to repeat the sentence 1 or 2 times as per the requirement. Now repeat after me, my dear students. An elephant uses its trunk to suck liquid. Clear enough? This is how we are going to solve the first exercise of your worksheet. Here is the second question in front of you all. Now let me read the second question first. The ox or fox is a herbivorous animal. Now you need to understand, you need to recollect, you need to know what is herbivorous animal. Animals that eat plants, fruits and vegetables are called herbivorous animals. They don't eat flesh of any other animal. They don't hunt, neither they hunt nor do they eat the flesh of any other animals. They only eat plants, fruits and vegetables. So do you think fox only eats plants, fruits and vegetables? I don't think so, because in the previous lectures I have showed you the videos and the pictures of every possible animal. So I hope you might be having this knowledge that fox even eats the flesh of other animals in the jungle, in the woods. So here, what is ox, you might be asking? Nothing. It is a it is a kind of male version of cow. If you have seen the ox fighting on the road, yes, so it is similar to bull. So here the correct option will be ox, because fox is not the correct option, that is for sure. So the one option which is remaining is ox. So the correct answer is an ox. So now, my dear students, repeat the sentence after me. The ox is a herbivorous animal. I hope you are repeating. Repeat once more. The ox is a herbivorous animal. So now I hope you will remember this. Moving on, my dear students, to third sentence. Let me just read for you. Man or tiger is an omnivorous animal. My God, you will first think man is an animal. Let me tell you, my dear little champs, yes, man is a social animal. Tiger is a wild animal. Correct. Both are animals. We are even originated from monkeys and from gorillas. If you do not know this, till now, till the date, let me tell you for your knowledge, for your information, that man have also originated from gorillas and monkeys, correct? So here, if you see my students here, you need to understand what is omnivorous, correct? Only then will you be able to solve this answer. Yes, many of you have already shouted aloud at the answers at your home. I know that by looking onto this question, that sir, this will be the answer, though sir is not there at your home, but still you are shouting the answers. That is very good. That shows your interest in this lecture. So for those who still, for them, those who are not clear about what is omnivorous, for them let me tell, omnivorous animals, the animals that eat plants as well as the flesh of other animals, are called omnivorous, correct? So flesh as well as the plants in the sense doesn't mean that they will pull out they will plow the grasses and they will directly eat the grass. No, plants in the sense the fruits, the vegetables that the farmers grow in their field, in their farm, those are also the plants, are the parts of the plants, or are called the plants, are one and the same. Anyways, here if you see, which of these both eats the plants as well as the flesh? Do you think tiger eats plant? No, I don't think so. Yes, I have seen tiger hunting and eating flesh, but they never eat plants, never ever, even if they die of hunger, correct? So even if they die of starvation, they will never eat plants. So obviously one option is remaining with us, that is men. So correct answer is men, because men, if you see my dear students, some are vegetarian, some are non-vegetarian. So keeping them aside, see, I clearly say keeping them aside, some of them eat plants as well as the other non-vegetarian items, tasty items, correct? So man is the one who even eats non-veg and veg, which is flesh and the plants as well, because we get different vitamins from different food items, correct? So man is the one with the varieties of food. Yes, never ending varieties of food, depending on their culture, depending on their region of living. Some of them have different special dishes, correct? So here students, now the time is to repeat the sentence after me. Man is an omnivorous animal. Repeat the sentence please. Man is an omnivorous animal. Clear enough? Great stuff. Okay. Next sentence is, snakes or rats swallow their prey whole. Now here you need to understand what is meaning of swallow, what is meaning of prey, you might be wondering. And for those who are knowing this meaning, they already have shouted the answer at their home. But for the one who are still unaware about the meaning of these both things, swallow and prey, let me tell you, swallow means to gobble up something, to eat it without chewing that food, without using the teeth, correct? When you usually eat, you know, some of you have the habit of swallowing the food. If the tasty item, if your favorite item is there in front of you, served in the dishes, what do? You simply swallow it without chewing it, because you are too much eager to eat that, isn't it so? The same thing is here, my dear students. If you see, swallow means to eat without chewing it, without using teeth, in short. And that prey means what? Prey means to hunt the other animals who hunt the other animals as their food, that is prey. So out of these both, snakes and rats, which one swallows their prey whole? So rats, let's come to rats. Rats, no, I have seen them chewing. I'm never free to observe them, but as far as my knowledge, I know that they chew. What else? Snakes. if you see snakes, my dear students, they can even gobble up, they can even swallow the animals double than bigger than them. Yes, in the previous last video I showed you the video of snake eating elephant, which was again joke, but still that was just depicting the fact that the snakes can eat the animal which is bigger than them in the size, in short. So here I think the answer should be snake, and the correct answer is yes, snakes. So let's repeat the sentence, my dear students. Snakes swallow their prey whole. Whole means at once. They swallow their prey whole, full, they gobble up at a time. Okay, repeat a second time. Snakes swallow their prey whole. I hope this was interesting for you, my dear students. Now moving on to the second question, second exercise, which is fill in the blanks. Oh, wait, what is written? Fill in the blanks using your knowledge. So you should have knowledge again related to animals, their foods and the types. Only then will you be able to fill in the blanks. But not to worry, your Rohan sir is here on the duty, helping you all the time. So you just have to shout the answer eagerly if you know that, and repeat the sentences whenever I ask you to do so. Here is the first blank. A dog is an. So obviously here color and features are not asked. Which kind of animal is it? That is what is asked, that which kind of animal is dog. So do you think the dog eats flesh, only flesh? I don't think so. Even we serve them biscuits, milk, chapatis and different food we prepare, we cook at home. They accept everything, isn't it so? So is it like that you have never seen them eating the non-veg items, like the flesh of the dead animals on the roads? No, I have even seen that, I have even experienced that scene somewhere on the road, I remember. So it means they eat both flesh and plants and veg and non-veg both. So what could be the answer? Yes, omnivore. So they are omnivore. A dog is an omnivore. See, I have written in the singular form because here the dog is also singular. A dog means one dog. Here they are talking about a dog in a general. So the answer will be a dog is an omnivore, because omnivore definition says that animal that eat plants as well as flesh of the other animals are called omnivore, isn't it so? So here dog eats both plants as well as flesh, and everything you give them they eat of hunger. So now students, time to repeat the blanks after me. A dog is an omnivore. Repeat the second time. A dog is an omnivore. Clear enough? Moving on to the next blank. A dash sucks the nectar of the flower. I mean flowers. Flowers or flowers, whatever you say, pronunciation is same, it's correct. So here a dash sucks the nectar on the flowers. Now first of all, something is related to flower, isn't it so? So do you see tiger sitting on the flowers and sucks the nectar? No, I have never seen. So which animal or bird? Never have I ever seen the animals chewing the flowers, like they are sucking the nectar from the flower. Nectar means the juice, the sweet juice within the flowers. So what could be the answer? And here is the answer, butterfly. Yes, butterflies. Now you might be remembering that the scene, butterflies sit on the flowers, on the plants, and they suck the nectar within the flowers. Now repeat the sentence after me, my dear students. A butterfly sucks the nectar of the flowers. Clear enough? Repeat once more. A butterfly sucks the nectar of the flowers. Clear enough? So now if you haven't seen butterfly doing that, I'll suggest you to see it outside your house, in the garden areas, near the plants. Wherever you see the plants, you can see them at many places. So you can just observe them from, you can just keep the distance and observe, because if you'll approach them, if you'll go near to them, they will fly away. Moving on to the next one, a deer is a dash. Now here, if you see, a deer is a dash, again, which kind of animal is deer? That is what is asked here. So, my dear students, you need to remember, have you ever seen deer eating? If yes, okay, then what have you seen? What exactly do they eat? Have you seen them eating grasses and plants, or have you seen them eating flesh of other animals? Or even have you seen them eating both? This depends on your knowledge again. That is why I first told you that fill in the blanks with your knowledge. You should have that knowledge. So what do deers eat? Deer eat. There is no past tense for deer. So deer is deer, even there are more than one deer. So what is exactly the type? Which type of animal is it? Let's see the answer. Herbivore. Correct? Because we have never found deer eating flesh or prey of other animals. Correct? Like herbivores, by now you should know that herbivores only eat plants, fruits, vegetables. So let us just repeat the FB. Just repeat the FB after me, my dear students. A deer is a herbivore. Again, a deer is a herbivore. Clear enough? Moving on to the fourth blank. Now here, if you can see, my dear students, snakes dashed their food. Snakes dash their food. Sir, what is this? It is so simple, dear students. Snakes dash their food means what? What do they do with their food? They will not throw, they will not keep it aside. So obviously the question asks clearly that how do they eat their food. Now if you remember, just before a few pages we saw what do snakes do. If you were mentally present, you might be remembering that thing. What do snakes do? They chew their food, they chew the cud? No. Then what do? They swallow their food. Correct? Swallow their food. So they eat the food without chewing it. They just gobble up the food. So repeat the sentence after me. Snakes swallow their food. One more time. Repeat after me. Snakes swallow their food. Okay. Fifth blank is a tiger is a dash. Tiger is what? Now don't just answer that, sir, tiger is a national animal. That is right. But here when we are talking about the types and the eating habits of animal, we cannot say it is a national animal. Here the type of animal is asked. So which type of animal is the tiger? Which kind of animal is it? Have you seen tiger eating plants? No, this is foolish question, no? It is very obvious that, sir, tiger is a carnivore. Why? Why so? Because carnivores animals that eat the flesh of other animals are called carnivores. They never eat plants. Never have I ever seen the tiger eating plants. If you have seen, I don't know, but I have never seen it. So obviously, I know many of you might be knowing this answer, carnivore. So now just repeat the sentence after me. A tiger is a dash. So a tiger is a carnivore. Moving on, tick the right against the true statement and false, that is cross against the false statement. So very clear. Now the answers I have already written for you. You just need to understand it and agree with the answers. First is carnivores eat fruits and vegetables. Just before this, if you remember, my dear students, tiger is a carnivore. So do they eat fruits and vegetables? No. See, I have put cross mark here. They do not eat fruits and vegetables. What do they eat, students? Please shout at home. They eat the flesh of other animals. Clear enough? I hope that revising this will recollect your knowledge, and which will again help you to appear for the online as well as physical exam. Whatever comes to you, you will be prepared for that. Moving on to number 2. The tiger is an omnivore. Now, how many times to say tiger is not omnivore? It is flesh eating animal. Flesh eating animal is carnivore. Clear? So now I know that even at midnight we will wake you up, we will come to your place and we will ask you, yes student, tell me what is tiger? Even in the drowsy mode you will say, sir, tiger is carnivore, not omnivore. Correct? So tiger is an omnivore. It is a false statement, so we have put cross mark here. Moving on to the third one. The rabbit is a herbivore. Why true? What does herbivore means? I explained you. The plant, vegetables and fruit eating animals are herbivore. Isn't it so? So it is very much clear that rabbits are at many, even some of them even keep the rabbits as their pet at their home, at the garden, at hotels. Even they keep rabbit just to make the hotel splendid and fascinating. Correct? So I hope that many of you have seen the rabbits. Most of you might have seen the rabbits. And moving on to fourth one, animals make their own food. So this question is very foolish question, isn't it so, students? Like tiger and lion, just imagine they are sitting on the stove and they are cooking the lentils and rice and they are rolling the chapatis. How funny. We haven't even seen this in circus. In circus, they are manipulated. The animals, they play games and different things. But have you ever seen animal cooking food? Never have I ever seen this scene, and never we will be able to see this scene, isn't it? So this statement is totally false statement, because animals make their own food? No. Either they hunt, or they eat the plants and vegetables, or if there are pet animals, we feed them. So there are only three options. Either we feed, or they eat plants and vegetables which are there in the woods, in the jungles, or they hunt if they are carnivores. So this is very clear that they do not at least cook the food. Fifth one, a bear is a herbivore. A bear is a herbivore? No, bear is not a herbivore. So what is bear? If you have observed your book sometimes, if you have textbook, if you have observed that there is a scene of bear eating a fish in your books. If you have not seen, I'll suggest you to see your textbook, go through your textbook. So it is not a herbivore, it even eats the flesh of other animals. So this statement is totally false statement. The sixth one is a butterfly sucks the nectar. Yes, it obviously sucks the nectar. This is what I explained you before, that it sits on the flower, it sucks the sweet nectar of the flower. So this statement is totally true statement. So with this, that's all for today's lecture, my dear students. I hope that you are shouting the answers, you are repeating the answers when I asked you, you were repeating fill in the blanks and everything. See, this was enjoyable session. Depends on you how you take the lecture. If you repeat, if you cooperate, you will enjoy. So keep watching the videos to get more interesting worksheets and information. So now we have jumped on to the track of worksheets of different lessons. So I hope you enjoyed that. and henceforth we will bring interesting worksheets and video lectures for you possibly. And moreover, complete your fair books and your books, your notes properly. Take care, stay safe, stay home. Goodbye.